Thanks for tuning in. My name is Vijaya Alaparthi. I'm a Principal PM Manager with Core Services Engineering Group. Our group builds and manages the critical products and services that Microsoft runs on. Part of our vision is to radically improve the experience of our partners, customers, and employees to accelerate growth for Microsoft. I am privileged to be leading a team focused on search experience for our employees, and I'm joined by three of my awesome colleagues over here who's going to help us through the rest of the session. We are reimagining the employee experience at Microsoft. Our goal is to help Microsoft employees be the most productive and creative in the world. As part of enabling this vision, it's key to create a highly informed and personalized workday experience. Ability to find information and discoverability of information and knowledge is key to enabling such a vision. Today, we're going to talk about the employee search experience evolution at Microsoft. We think of search as a fundamental capability to enabling productivity. We will look at a search landscape as well and discuss some of the challenges we had to overcome. We'll share the journey of how search success improved thanks to Microsoft Search. We will also share some examples and demos of the experience improvement across Microsoft 365. And finally, we'll outline how search administration works at Microsoft and share some of the insights and learnings and best practices as well. Our workplaces are changing rapidly. If you look at some of the key trends, the scale of content being created makes finding information that much harder. IT's role is changing to empowering users more than ever and beyond managing technology. Users are wanting knowledge, insights, and answers, and not simply just content anymore. Getting pages of results with hyperlinks to other information is simply not enough. Finally, quick and effective decision-making requires information at fingertips for users and companies. If you look at some of the industry research, it indicates a staggering loss of productivity of up to 20% due to the fact that employees spend way too much time trying to find information just to do their job. Employees or teams can be creative if they're spending hours searching for that file, piece of content in their day. With that context, let's look at Microsoft's own employee search landscape. We support over 200 million searches annually across 8.7 petabytes of O365 content. We support employees from over 124 countries. We have 260K users globally, and we also have over 500,000 SharePoint sites. Roughly half of the searches happen on SharePoint, Bing, and Teams, and the other half on Outlook. It's a complex environment. When we started this journey, our search success metrics indicated that roughly half of our searches were successful in the beginning. Top pain points for our search experience included a fragmented search experience, and non-personalized and incomplete results across key search channels across M365 and employee portals. And across the roughly 9 petabytes worth of storage that we just discussed, with inconsistent metadata, it made surfacing results very difficult. Our vision is to enable employees to quickly and easily find relevant and accurate information when, where, and how they want to be most effective in their job. Employees should be able to find consistent and high quality information regardless of the entry point across M365. They should also be enabled to find information by their preference. Research has proven that within context experience doesn't disrupt a natural flow state for users and avoids unnecessary additional steps. With that vision in mind, we started to address these user pain points around consistency, coherence, and personalization, and we partnered closely with teams across M365. The result of this collaborative work, we have made a lot of progress with search success, as you can see, growing substantially over a period of time. This work also contributed to the evolution of Microsoft Search, which is a cohesive search that intelligently helps users find, discover, command, and navigate across M365. We have improved the consistency of search experience across various endpoints as well via personalization. As you can see, users can simply go to any of the endpoints and just get what they are looking for. They no longer need to worry about or remember where they have to go for finding a particular set of information. Apart from the search success rate, the graph of which you see on the slide, We also have some satisfaction levels measured through our NSAT, and surveys have indicated that users are pretty happy with the amount of personalization, with the search suggestions, with the consistency, and all of those nice features that Microsoft Search was able to land. So we know that we are on the right track. You're going to see later today in the story, we'll see some examples on how we are modernizing some of our portals as part of the SharePoint ecosystem. Via those portals, we're able to modernize, standardize, and really create an awesome search experience on some of our top employee portals as well. The personalization, I talked about the personalization a little bit. There's also enhancements that the team has done for the ranking model to make it more, to make the result sets more relevant and accurate, and back to the mapping to the pain points that I've shown you. Spell check suggestions and improvements to relevance, and all of those have been pretty instrumental as well in addressing these pain points. And multi-geo, let me also call out the multi-geo content enablement in search was absolutely a game changer for us, in the sense that now we're able to crawl SharePoint content outside North America as well. So as you see from this view, it's very clear that Microsoft Search was able to help us with the key pain points that we have outlined in the view before, in terms of personalization, completeness of the results, in terms of improving the relevance, in terms of the consistency and all of that. And even the navigation, for example, on the UX has gotten better. So big thanks to Microsoft Search. We're now in the high, low 70s and high 70s of our search success rate. We've also seen that the time to successful search has reduced considerably as well, which is great news. We talked a little bit earlier around user expectations of finding answers and insights. Project Cortex is that knowledge network within Microsoft 365, which applies AI to automatically categorize the content and delivers innovative experiences through topic cards and topic pages and knowledge centers in Office, Outlook, and Teams. This has absolutely been a game changer for us. And we've also had indications that users are loving the new topic based search experience, thanks to Project Cortex. Not only is it helping with extracting the topics from a bunch of SharePoint sites automatically and creating these awesome topic pages, it's also helping us organize the knowledge within Microsoft through knowledge centers. And we are really in the starting of this journey, but we're really excited about the potential of Project Cortex, and we're already seeing indications of it being a grand success. This is yet another way we are improving the search experience for our users and employees. Let me hand over now to Anish and Sapna, who are going to walk some awesome examples of how Microsoft Search has been helping us.
My name is Anishkumar Thoppil Ramakrishnan, and I work in Microsoft Core Services Engineering Group as Program Manager focused in search experiences. Today, I'm excited to share with you some of the search features which help our employees to be more productive in their roles within the company. In Microsoft, we empower our users to be their best by providing them secured and modern experiences. And search is an integral part of their day-to-day work. As we heard from Vijaya a little bit earlier, we work closely with our product partners as one Microsoft team to provide such helpful features to our employees. One of the top 3 most sought after content in Microsoft is people. Finding people, shared files, organization information are all those tasks our employees do as part of their collaborative work in our company. So it is super important that they are successful in these tasks to find people and files and all the information they need to be successful in their work. Microsoft Search help them to be more successful by the ability to search for people, the files, and all the information through natural language, which we will take a look at in a demo in a short while. We also have growing information in the company, just like any other enterprise. So today we have around 8.7 petabytes of content, which is huge. And it's not easy for everyone to remember all the files and links which they want to go to within their computer or anywhere. They cannot bookmark it easily, which is where our users have found that bookmarks or acronyms are very helpful for finding information. And we have seen that almost 45% of the searches in the company are just through bookmarks, which shows the importance of how Microsoft Search can help our users and is helping our users through bookmarks or acronyms. Similar to any other company, Microsoft also have various sites or portals in SharePoint, which allows the employees to get specific information. They are portals for HR, benefits, legal, library, support, facilities, and many more. And they are all required for our employees to be successful in their work and also to do their part in the company. And we have almost 12 million searches per year within the company across those portals, which makes them super important for us to be focused on. And we are partnering with our product teams, our product partners, to bring in extensibility support to those portals, which helps them to bring in important features such as custom verticals, custom filters, and customizations in the site to provide a tailored experiences to the users. And those portals play a great role in the finding experience within our company, which we are excited to be bringing in through Microsoft Search. And last but not the least, search filters sounds very simple, but for a user, they goes a long way. And we have been hearing from our users or our employees in the company about importance of filters when they search. It helps them to be more accurate, be precise, and help them find the information quickly and easily. And Microsoft Search's new filters help them to do various actions such as multi-select, find content more accurately through various advanced options, and even with custom filters, which helps them to go to the next level to find the content they're looking for. Let's now take a look at a quick demo of some of the features we just talked about, which helps our employees to be more successful and more productive. So here I am in the internal search page within the company, which is Microsoft Search in SharePoint, and I'm typing in Vijay. So as you can see, Microsoft Search in SharePoint quickly loaded me the page for with a people card with Vijaya. And it's very interesting and exciting at the same time because I typed in Vijay and you can see that it brought me the people card for Vijaya, and which is perfect for me because Vijaya is addressed by me as Vijay, and search was intelligent enough to understand my intent. I'm looking for a person, and also it pinpointed the person through my chats, emails, and various conversation where I addressed Vijaya by Vijay. And I could even go further by using natural language. For example, I could type in show me Vijay's files. And here we go. Search showed me the files which are shared just between Vijaya and myself, and it respects the security. And I don't have to remember any of the file which I have been sending to Vijaya or Vijaya have been sharing to me through many other channels. I can just come to search, look for Vijaya's files, and it'll show me exactly what I'm looking for. That's a great feature for our employees who work in a collaborative manner across multiple groups with multiple people, and they don't have to remember the files and where to look for them. Search helped them find that in a very easy manner. I could use natural language, or I could just use keyword search as earlier, just Vijay's files. It'll show me that. Along with finding files, our employees also look for people so that they could collaborate better, expansively in our company as one Microsoft team. So I could type in show me Vijay's org as well here, which shows me the organization information of Vijaya, including me as part of Vijaya's team. And the best part is I could also do that not only in Microsoft Search in PowerPoint, I could go to Microsoft Search in Bing and use the exact same query, which will show me the same result within Bing as well. That's a great feature of consistency, coherence, and also personalization, which we get through all of the channels in Microsoft 365. That was a great quick view of how our users are being assisted with Microsoft Search for finding people, shared files. And that was a great example of how our employees are able to find information consistently in a coherent way across various channels in Microsoft 365 through Microsoft Search. As we talked earlier, content within the company, just like any other enterprise, is growing so fast. Within Microsoft, we have more than 8.7 petabytes of content, and it's not easy to remember or bookmark all those information by our employees. That is where bookmarks comes to a great help for our users. So in this example, I'm looking for a quick information about remote connectivity. So I'm typing in VPN into Microsoft Edge address bar. And as you can see, Edge showed me the bookmarks directly within the browser as suggestion without even having to do a search. That's a great feature by which users won't lose even a second, and they could just type in there. They will immediately get the results directly in the browser. And if a user wants to get more advanced results, I could hit enter and I could get the more detailed results within the Microsoft Search in Bing, which shows me additional bookmarks, and I could go to the exact result I wanted to if required. And all these are possible because I am signed in with AAD and I am within Microsoft Search in Bing. So those were some of the great features we saw about search. And that also brings the important point about how important is knowledge in the company. Because just search being good won't help us. Knowledge also has to be better. That is where we have an experience from Microsoft Search called Project Cortex. So I'm typing in a quick keyword, Anaheim. And as you can see in the page, it brought me a great page with the details of what Anaheim is. So this is called a topic page, which brings the information of a topic in the company, along with the people related to it and the files related to that. And this always respects the security and privacy and shows me the files only I have access to. Same applies to any employee in the company. This is a great feature by which we could manage knowledge and topics in the company and let employees access the authoritative information in the company, and they can be more productive in finding and get their work done. Thanks for tuning in. Those were some of the great features which we saw that our employees were finding it very useful. And we saw a great experience from the partnership we had with our product teams as one Microsoft, bringing the best to our employees. Now let's take a look at some of those experiences from client search as well. So I'll hand it over to Sapna for the rest part of the speech.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for your time today. I'm Sapna Nadkarni, Senior Program Manager in Microsoft, owning Teams and Outlook search experience for the employees. Thank you, Anish. Let's take a look at Microsoft employee perspective on Teams search. As you heard Vijaya mention before, that non-personalized search is one of the main employee pain points. Employees want search to be uniquely theirs, to look first for people in their graph, their meetings, and their files. In response, we have a unified solution where even before a search is performed, employees will have well-organized auto suggestions prompted by machine learning that learns through employee behaviors and patterns. What we see is people, meetings and group chats, and files categorized and organized for improved employee productivity. We heard employees want for better discoverability of high significance chats. In response, we got the ability to pin and name a chat so that it's always available at the top. This can be done simply by right-clicking on the one-on-one chat, group chat, or meeting chats. And now the chat is pinned at the top for easy discoverability. We heard employees ask for search coherence across applications so that they don't need to learn how to search by application. We got the ability to search within the page through Ctrl+F functionality, which is consistent with M365 experience. We are also collaborating with our product partners for the new reimagined Team Search experience to provide early adopter feedback and perspective from our employees. Now let's take a look at Microsoft employee feedback on Outlook search. We heard employees ask for better relevancy and search quality to help them be more productive. In response, we have the new ability to see the most relevant search results at the very top. As we heard before from Anish, people is one of the most searched entity by Microsoft employees, and Outlook is a natural channel to perform the lookup. We now have an expanded people card that provides deeper professional connection to fellow teammates with detailed organizational information and LinkedIn integration. We can see the LinkedIn summary details like college and professional experience for our teammates and can make a connection in LinkedIn right here from Outlook. We are also collaborating with our product partners for the new reimagined Outlook search experience to provide early adopter feedback and perspectives to the new ideas, concepts, and upcoming solutions. So that's it for Teams and Outlook search for now. Thank you for your time. I'm going to hand it now to Dodd for search administration.
Thank you, Sapna. I'm Dodd Willingham. I'm a program manager within Core Services and Engineering. Within Microsoft, we engage in active search administration. And the purpose of search administration is to bring in all the content within Microsoft and make it visible to the user community via search in a manner that each result has high quality and the results shown have high relevance to each individual. And do this in a manner that's highly secure, so each person sees only what they should. And yet, in pretty much any enterprise, and certainly one the size of Microsoft, that challenge is huge and constant. So search administration is a constant evolving effort trying to bring in content from across the many different sources we have in the company, across many different difficult technical hurdles, and make it delivered to our user community in an effective manner. Currently, in our search administration, we do three major areas of work. First, within administration, we maintain a set of bookmarks, acronyms, Q&As, and locations. As you can see in the sample on the screen, bookmarks, of which we maintain about 1,500, are a common element displayed to our user community. And indeed, as Anish pointed out earlier, 45% of all searches that occur on our main enterprise search portals, which are Bing and our SharePoint Enterprise portal, use bookmarks. In addition to bookmarks, we have about 10,000 acronyms that are defined to search. Now, we in search administration don't actually define every single one of those. We have a corporate taxonomy function that we simply get an export and load that into the admin portal. So it's a fairly simple activity. We have a few Q&As, and being Microsoft, we have a lot of locations around the globe, all of which are loaded and provided in administration. In addition to that administration, we provide user support and education relevant to search. And this ranges from new employee orientation, where you can imagine a new employee brand new to the company is going to be using search a lot. So we make sure that they get just a couple minutes during their new employee orientation to be introduced to Bing and our enterprise SharePoint portal as the vehicles by which they can learn and discover much of what they need to know. We also provide some how-to videos of just a few aspects of search, such as the orientation on which portals to use under what circumstances, to how to get best advantage of Outlook search or Teams search. We also maintain a search help site, whose sample image you can see on the screen, wherein we provide guidance to our user community on, and this is where we can get kind of persona oriented. Hey, you're an engineer. Where do you go to find engineering style content? Or you're a seller. Where do you go to find seller oriented content? We also provide opportunities on that site to engage our search support staff directly. For instance, if you can't find something you're looking for, the search support staff can help you get to it. And last, we are continually striving to bring in more content from across the entire company to the search index. We have today about 15 sources from outside of SharePoint, OneDrive, and the other content that Microsoft Search covers by default. And these sources are targeted to certain personas or needs, and yet we are looking at 100 or more that we would like to bring in. So even though we use Microsoft Search connectors today, such as ServiceNow, MediaWiki, and websites, we also have a custom export-import process and other mechanisms by which we are gradually expanding the search index and bringing in more and more content. And what's interesting about that is looking at these content sources that we bring in today. They've added only 0.2% to our search index. And yet, depending on the month, they have gotten as much as 5% of the search click activity in a given month. That means in general, each of the additional items of content we're bringing in through our various connection options has 10 times the impact of the typical item within the SharePoint or OneDrive index content. That's impact. We do this administration with different activities on a daily, monthly, and quarterly basis. When we look at daily, we provide the ability to everyone in the company that they can request a bookmark. We only get 10 to 20 of those in a month, so it really amounts to getting about one a day. We also provide the ability, as I mentioned before, that if you can't find what you're looking for, you can ask our search support staff to help you find it. We get 40 or 50 of those requests in a month. And interestingly, while many times they may seem relatively simple, there have been times that finding that content for someone has significantly impacted revenue for the company, such as individual sales proposals, which were enhanced because of the content that our administrative staff was able to find and share. We also do a brief review looking for major new sites that have emerged in the company and that perhaps we need to put in a bookmark for. And basic health checks. We confirm that search is working, at least in its basics, on our main enterprise portal and Bing, and we make sure all of our connections are healthy. Monthly, we add on to that. We look at the search logs. We make sure all of the common search terms in the search logs have a bookmark or other aid to ensure the right answer is being found. We run a quick URL health check to make sure that any broken links are identified, fixed, or if they can't be fixed, that bookmark's removed so that there's no errors or distractions to our users as they use search. We maintain that search support site. We reload the acronyms from taxonomy, and we look at our spreadsheet of regular corporate events like this conference that need a bookmark or other aid activated, but not for the entire year, only for a certain time. To supplement monthly, on a quarterly basis, we use some custom telemetry that we've built on top of our SharePoint Enterprise portal to look at bookmarks and make sure each bookmark is being effective. And if it's not, if it's unused, if keywords need changing, we make the appropriate changes. We also reload our corporate locations. We do it by taking advantage of our real estate applications. We take an export from one of them, adjust it a bit, and load it into the admin portal. And last, we take a look at all the friendly names that have been defined inside the company. And those friendly names that are above a certain threshold of activity, we make sure that there is a bookmark to those. A reason for that is nothing to do with a problem in the friendly name, but we see in our user behavior that it's very common to have a typo or not remember the exact name of that friendly URL. By putting in keywords similar to that friendly URL, the user experience is that of getting a bookmark pop-up where they go, oh yeah, that's what I want, click on it, and they go to that site. So we do all of those things to enhance the search experience, and it has an impact. To give you a couple insights, and let me emphasize that this is just a couple. In a way, they're teasers to you, because we inside Microsoft would like to share with you any of the lessons we have from using Microsoft Search internally. And I encourage you to use the feedback channels within the conference to let us know what you'd like a deeper dive on. So a couple insights. First, when we look at how our users are using search, The most impactful search aid we can give in search administration so far has been bookmarks. As you've heard previously, they affect 45% of all the searches on our enterprise portals. If you do nothing else, create and maintain some of those. And second, within search administration itself, those individuals with a background in library science or whatever the right degree name is, we find to be more effective more rapidly than people coming into search administration from a more technical background. And we did this through actual parallel trials where we took two different individuals, gave them the same orientation, and measured their results. The librarian skill set individuals consistently delivered output or results in half the time and with double the accuracy. That doesn't mean that the technical skill set person couldn't have eventually gotten to that same level of performance. But when performance matters and you want someone effective as quickly as possible, in the case of search administration, a librarian skill set has an edge. In conclusion, from this section, the takeaway I'd like you to have is that active search administration is absolutely worth doing. Just from our custom telemetry, looking at what we've achieved with the active administration that you've seen here, we're able to measure directly 8,000 hours a month of productivity savings, where we can measure how fast that user found what they were looking for when they used a search aid and when they didn't. In addition, using industry studies, we're able to identify an estimated 17,000 hours of additional indirect benefits every month. And we achieve all these gains by investing less than 300 hours a month in search administration. The details supporting this are available through blogs.microsoft.com. That's the conclusion for this session. Thank you for attending. There are additional sessions about Microsoft Search. Please look at those and watch those of interest. As previously stated, if there are any aspects where you'd like us to do a deeper dive about how we are using Microsoft Search within Microsoft, please let us know. There is an IT Showcase channel on Microsoft.com. That is where we try to share all of our lessons learned with you, our customers, so that you can get any insights or benefits from our lessons from applying our tools internally. Thank you.